Access granted.
Hello there.
Hey everybody, can you all hear me?
Hello, David. Yes, we can hear
Hi,
you.
Vlad. How you going, mate?
Pretty good. Finished a
Good.
bit
You finished
than
a bit
expected.
earlier today.
Yeah,
Yeah, good. Just a couple of us in. I'll see if anybody joins, and if not, there isn't mega amounts of updates today, other than the competitions and the one and things like that. But I'll just give it a minute, see if anybody joins.
sure.
Okay.
It's for the best.
Right.
Mr. AT, hello.
Hey everybody, hi Josh, hi everybody, how's everybody going? Just a couple in today. Let me share my screen. And like I said in the chat, bit of a quiet wee one, not quiet, but not as much visual stuff to show. Been working quite a lot on the one and things like that. So let me put up my screen. Let's go over, because last time it asked for me to screen. That's it, screen one over there. That's the one, right? I believe you can see the screen now. Yep, so like I said, a bit of a quieter week. Not because there's less work being done or anything. It's just been working a lot on the back end of David Tech, adding some more features, fixing things that needed fixing. Yeah, done a couple of extra videos so that everybody could understand the Trader.dev, because there was a couple of questions, well, quite a few questions about Trader.dev, how to connect. So I've added a couple of updates there and also some add-ons. Right. Let me put up the old disclaimer as always. Please do your own back testing as always, guys. Got to show this because obviously, well, it's obviously most of you have been here now for a long time, so please do your own back testing. Obviously, this is not in the slightest financial advice. I just like to try and decode the market with code and math. As always, welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining me. We're quite a few again this today, so welcome to everybody. I hope everybody's going extremely well. Thanks to all the new members and old members for coming back and joining me every week. Oh,
Everybody, I hope everybody.
be back. Okay. As always, if you are joining me on Discord, please don't hesitate to interrupt. It is being recorded on YouTube, so be careful if you're sharing your screen, any credentials or anything like that. As Discord, it does have its own downfalls. Please do interrupt. I love chatting with you, love talking to you, love answering your questions. It's the best time to be able to do it, so please don't hesitate to interrupt and ask away the questions. So, like I said at the beginning of this call, I hope everybody can hear all right. There
Yes, you
isn't. Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. There isn't a huge amount of updates because I've been working very much on the one and the back end of the one to try and make it as perfect as possible, especially as there is no real settings to the one. So obviously I feel like everything should be just that little bit more perfect before releasing new setups and things like that, because obviously things like a trading stop loss or anything like that you can't really turn off or change manually, so I've been working quite hard on that. I will go through some of the updates as well on that. Had quite a few requests last week, so I've been debugging and adding new features. First thing that I've done is added a couple of new templates to the Trader.dev. Of course, I didn't bring up the actual website, Trader.dev. Let me have a look here. Let me go over to this. I'm going to have to do this off over here because it's going to ask me to log in. It won't be 2 seconds. Trader.dev. Trader.dev is the trading journal website that we created as a community. It's asking me to validate. There we go, verify, right. Sorry about this, won't be 2 seconds. Let me just log in myself. Yes, so Trader.dev is a website, very, very simple website, ugly as hell, as a matter of fact. But anyway, it is a very simple website where you can log all your trades as an algo trader, so automatic trades. There will be a manual side to it eventually, but currently it is just the algo side of things. So what I've done today, this is going to be extremely quick because obviously I've been through all of the setups already on this. I'm going to type in test up here. Let me go through it very quickly for anybody that's not there. So obviously, as I was saying, it's a trading journal. So it will record all of your trades on a paper trading system that takes signals from Trading View and records them so that you know on whether your trading system or your trading setup is overfitted or anything like that. So you can just test it and on real-time data as such. All of the information comes directly from TradingView, so you still have to be a bit careful because things like your spread and things like that won't be taken into account. Fees won't be taken into account, although I am working on a way of adding fees so that it makes it a bit, but so it can calculate fees on a fixed basis or something like that anyway. So that'll be a new option that you'll see pop up here in the next couple of in a week. I have also been working on multiple take profits as well. So I believe the best idea is for me to release all of those together. So what you do is you go to Trader.dev. You'll have this website. You'll be able to log in. You'll be able to add your strategies. So you can add the strategies. This is one of the main reasons that I made it, because there are already obviously the test nets and things like that with Bybit. This here will allow you to separate your strategies into separate how to put it, separate API codes for each of them, and they'll be separated so you have a graph for each and every one of your trading strategies. That way you can run them against each other. Maybe you've got 3 settings or 4 settings or of the same trading strategy, but you wanted to test to see which one's best, or you want to trade one trading strategy against another. You can record all of that data just there. So pretty simple. You set it up with what you want to use as a settings. You've got notes, so you can add your notes in there. You've got your charts, so that you can get back and find that the which one is actually with which. So if you left it for like 2 months or whatever, you can get back and find that chart data very quickly. I'm just going to press save here just to get it so that it gives us the API. To get to the point, obviously, as I said, here will be a graph, and this will be all your recorded trades. And on the other side here, we now have a other, which allows you to use it for other trading strategies and not just David Tech's trading strategies, because before it was using the close placeholder. Now you can use it for anything. So whether you want to test Market Cipher or Market Liberator or anything like that, you can now add this code here into one of their alerts. And use an alert for entry and alert for exit. So you set up 2 different alerts on an indicator, one for open, one for close, one for short. It'll be 4 alerts, as a matter of fact, if you're shorting as well. And that means that you can test it. It'll take down all the data from TradingView so that so everything's recorded, like the close price, the ticker, the exchange intervals, etc., so that you can find your setup as easy as possible. And like I said, that's recorded into a chart below, a nice equity curve below, and also gives you a list of each and every one of the trades that was taken through the web hooks. So that was the idea of that, is to be able to forward test any trading strategy, whether it's the one, whether it's anything like that, any of the trading strategies, any trading indicators, whether you're going back from old indicators like squeeze momentum or anything like that, you'll be able to, as long as you can set up alerts on an entry and an exit, you'll be able to record the results on this website. So that was the change that I did for that one. Pretty simple really, but I think it'll make a difference to quite a lot of people, because there's like 500 trading strategies already been added or something like that. 342 actually. 342 trading strategies that have already been added. And I have scalped through a couple of them, and some of them, well, a lot of them haven't had any entries, and the reason being obviously is because they're indicators and not strategies, so they're not being able to get the information that they need. With that, they will be able to, so you'll be able to test any trading strategies. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's got any questions about Trader.dev or anything like that. Okay, I'll continue. Then I've been working in the background on quite a few things. I've worked a lot today on Ollie's strategy, which absolutely looks like nothing at the moment. But to be honest, I've found it quite hard to work out where the entries were on the one. I've been speaking to him a lot today, so I actually have finally. Oh.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you very
Sorry.
It's all right, no problem. It's nice to hear my own voice. I'm joking. Yeah, so I've been working on Ollie's strategy. Found it quite hard to understand all of the rules, but I think I've actually worked it out now. So I hope we'll have a Vector Candles 2 for the end of this. What day are we? It's going to be beginning this next week, so I'll code it for this weekend and upload it hopefully for Monday. Like I said, it's not been a coding issue, it's been an understanding issue more than anything else. I haven't understood how to get the entries that were correct. I now have the idea of the 3 candles or the cluster of candles creating the first bar of the W, and then the candles going past this 100 EMA, coming back down below in an ABC style, and then pushing back up for our entry. I've looked back quite a lot. It seems to be quite a good trading strategy. I will give you the results over the weekend of my findings. But yeah, so I have actually finally understood that trading strategy, which took me quite a while to understand. So that one I've been working a lot on. I've been working also on, let me pull this up here, fixing the things we spoke about last week. There was a close MA Pine connector, which I was speaking to a guy with Vlad today. He kindly sent me some code, so we'll be able to connect hopefully through Pine connector, and I will make an effort during the week to have a look at Pine connector to find out how we can connect all of the trading strategies through Pine connector easy. For anybody who's not trading crypto and things like that, makes things better. I've added the margin placeholder so that you can work with the risk management system a bit better. So you'll be able to predefine what you want as well. For instance, if you're using Kelly ratio or martingale or whatever it is as a risk management system, or the one that I created with the ADX and all of that, you will be able to now use that placeholder, so it'll predefine it before sending it to your API connector, whether it's a Lertron or whatever it is. You'll also be able to remove, because currently all of my trading strategies kind of compound, so now you'll be able to use a fixed USD or whatever amount. So I've started to re-add that back on. I've also been looking at improving the algorithm behind the move to break even and a better trailing stop loss, and more so the trailing take profits. So they're things I've been working on as well. Let me pull up the one over here. I've been adding to the one. I've been trying to add a couple to the one. I've been looking at the double RSI. There's a couple I've been adding. Been looking at the moment. The Wolf and Bear. The Wolf and Bear. I personally like a lot as a trading strategy. It's made money, but the problem is I actively play with the settings quite often. I change things around quite a lot on it. So it's not that I won't add it, it's just that I want something a little bit. I've been playing around with the settings, trying to get it a little bit more stable in the long term, which will offer obviously a lower win rate, things like that, but more stable in the long term. As like I said, as this is predefined settings, I have to just be that little bit more careful, because obviously you can't see what's behind the settings unless you go and completely install the full indicator. So I've decided to continue working on it to make it just a little bit more stable, so that anybody that doesn't want to download the full settings, although they should, won't it'll stay. But I hope it will stay as stable as possible. The Wolf and Bear I've said several times goes through fantastic stages, very much like the ABC, goes through fantastic stages and then goes through stages where it's not so good. In consolidation areas, sometimes it gets trapped, which I myself can turn it off when I see it getting trapped. When the but when but the problem is obviously, like I said, if you're not constantly keeping an eye on it, it's not a fully automated system. So that one I've decided to continue working on. I've got the Dead Zone, which is a trading strategy that I've been working on, thanks to Marco and his suggestions during the week. This is another one that's going to be added over the Friday. Sorry, be added on Friday. So it has 127 trades closed. It has I got it up to a Sharpe ratio of much higher, but it didn't stay on as above a 1 on the long term. So I decided to play around a bit more with it and get it's got a slightly lower Sharpe ratio for this test period, but on the deeper to back testing, it stays always over the 1.1 for a 2 or 3 year period, I think it is. So yeah, I've been working on that. Inside that, I've added quite a few things. If I pull up the boilerplate up here, I've separated the martingale setup because that was not conflicting or anything like that. It was just that it seemed that this could be something that could be turned on and turned off. I find that it also helps us to look for things, maybe even for overfitting, because it seems like the martingale system, when back tested on a long period, can show you a trading strategy that might fall apart. It's nothing predictive or anything like that, but it just seems like that. So I've separated that so you can use it and test it and to use that. What else have I added? I added, like I said, I've been working on this here, the break even, and I added a couple of other things. I can't remember what I added during the week. Yeah, added some things to the code. Now I fixed. Oh yes. Now I fixed this here, which is going to make a couple of people happy. I hope. Where is it? Here. Okay. So I fixed this, which is activate risk to reward, which actually never was particularly useful except for in 1 or 2 trading strategies that used the Fibonacci for taking profit. Fixed that anyway, it's fixed. Activated the minimum take profit. So for anything that has uses I don't know, ATR for instance, if you want something that if you want your minimum take profit to be 0.7% to be ensured that you're covering fees and everything like that, I've added that. I fixed this so it works a little bit better as well. That now will adapt a lot better to price. Before it was having trouble with some of the percentages. So now if you do not, if you use percentage instead, it will go through and make sure that the the actual price, if the stop loss is bigger than I'm on 3.4%, if it's bigger than 3.4%, it will replace the current stop loss with 3.4% instead. So I fixed that and made that better as well. And yeah, so they're the changes to the one and the boilerplate. Yeah, I believe that's good. So that's most of the things I fixed and changed on the boilerplate. Yep, so yeah, so that's the changes I made to that one there. And yeah, there's really, like I said, been working in the background, try to do a couple of videos during the week for updates on the ABC. Unfortunately, this week has been an off week. Last week was an absolutely fantastic week with the ABC patterns and things like that. This week I have been stopped out 3 times with the ABC pattern. Very, very small type stop losses. One was on the 5 minute, so it was extremely small. The two others were on the 15 minute. Which so not a great week in comparison to last week, where I believe, I can't remember how many wins in a row we had, but that was absolutely great. So I've tried to do videos which you'll be able to find inside Discord. I did have a thread, so the thread was over here. Try not to give too many people's information away. Right, there you go. On the thread, I did have a thread here, which has now become a room over here with a thread, so we can chat and talk about ABC smart money concepts more than just ABC. So we can come and chat about that. When I was doing the thread, we had an absolutely fantastic couple of days, well, a couple of weeks even. It was like a good 10 days of this. Since I've added this one, like I said, we had 3 losses in a row. So maybe I'll go back to the thread after all. But no, yeah. So like I said, keeping the stop losses nice and tight. So still very much in profit with the ABC, but it's been just one of those weeks. And I suppose you're going to have them because it's all part of the trading deal, I guess. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Yeah, that's about it for the actual setups and the updates. You'll have an update for the one tomorrow with a video explaining what's behind the trading strategy. This one here, what's behind the one. You'll have also the update for what's called the dead zone, which is another trading strategy that I've created. You'll have a blog post on David.tech, David.tech/blog, and I can't remember the name. It was, I'll post it in the general chat. I've started a blog post, just one post, where I'm going to be adding the Excel spreadsheets that I add to the one, so that you can import them easily into the actual trading strategy, so you can play around with them, make them better, because obviously, like I keep saying, I'm not the best. I'm not the only person that optimizes in TradingView. There's lots of absolute fantastic setups there, and I'm sure you're doing a much better job than me. So it gives you the opportunity to see the equity curve, use it if you want, or import it into the actual trading strategy, so you can then make it better, adapt it to your exchange, because this one works. I hope that I've put it in the description here. This one works on Binance and Bybit, on the 15 minute. Maybe you'd like to try and adapt it so that it works on the 5 minute on KuCoin or some other exchange. So that's it. I've blabbered on enough. Let's go for the competition. Has anybody got any questions? Yeah. Hi.
David,
Yes.
is there a chance to work on my suggestion from last week, ABC02, with some updates, as I described it in ABC improvements?
Could you remind me?
Possible?
Remind me. I'm sure that I wrote it down because I remember, but and I would have worked on it during the week. Remind me again. I'll just pull up the sheet that I had so that I can try and find what you said.
It was described as some guys were coded as a thesis on ABC version 02, but adding as a confluence RSI and momentum from Wumanchu, similar as in.
Yeah, absolutely, Mephisto. I have indeed been working on the wave. It was the wave and the Wumanchu, wasn't it? I remember. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
When can I get? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me try and get some decent settings out of it over the weekend, and then if I can get the decent settings, I'll release it as a strategy, separate strategy. And if we manage to find some really good settings, we'll add it to the one. I'll release it over the weekend. I'll release it over the weekend to everybody. It's pretty much done anyway.
Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I've just put up last week's sheet. That way I can try and go through what we spoke about last week as well, if I can find it. Good notes. Just because I may have missed some bits and bobs. Ticks to dollars. I've been looking at the clothesline. I've been absolutely putting out my head to find out why the clothesline would have changed anything, but I haven't really found much of an answer to that. MetaTrader, as I said earlier, I have the code now. I've been in discussion with somebody about that as well. These are all the notes from last week. That's one thing that I did as well. I don't know if it's on this update. We spoke last week about adding it may not be on this one here. Let me have a look. Adding a checkbox which will allow us to use the same stop loss and drop down there. It's not on this one. It's on my other. So what I've done is I've added a checkbox. Now I've been trying to make it so that it's as compressed as possible, not adding too many more options, but I've added a checkbox so that we can play around with the stop loss and the take profits as one box instead of 4. Just so that we can try and get our best settings and then play around with them afterwards. It was an idea from somebody last week. So that's something that I added as well. Plus the... Hi there.
Hey, I had a quick question. On the one, you may have answered this before. You have Saturday and Sunday trade sessions or trade days unchecked.
Yes.
What's the reason for that if we're using it for crypto?
Because I think the actual real reason is there's a lot less volume in the market on the weekend, and a lot of my trading strategies. I actually spoke about this in tomorrow's video. It seems that a lot of the strategies that I've played around with, the settings and things like that, seem to react badly on the weekends, differently on the weekends than they do during the week, which obviously I believe is probably because, like I just said, the amount of volume. If you put them back on, you'll see that that you can. That's why one of the reasons that I left it as an option for everybody to play around with is because for me, let me put this one on. If I put it Saturday and Sunday on, you'll see on this one here, it'll go down to something like 73% win rate, and the profit will be less, I should imagine. So I think it's because the trading strategies that I've created, it's gone down to 72%, and it's decreased the net profit. So it's only actually brought in a couple of extra losing trades. It seems like the strategies, a lot of strategies don't react very well over the weekend, and I found that it was best to just turn it off over the weekend, even though we are in crypto.
Yeah, and I was playing around with it too, and I noticed that Saturday and Sunday, if you keep them unchecked, you have a higher win rate or win ratio. So thanks for that explanation.
No problem whatsoever. It seems like the weekend does tend to bring more losers than anything else. So for me, it was just best to leave it unchecked, have the weekend off. Okay, right. Okay, the competition for the one. If anybody's got any setups that they would like to share with the group, and I know there's absolutely tons. I've been in the best settings rooms. It's not called best settings, but the settings rooms, the winning settings rooms, best settings room, and the winning strategy room in Discord. There's absolutely tons in there. If anybody wants to share their best setups with me and Vlad, What we're doing is we're going to create a competition around the best settings so that we can give back to the community a bit more. We did this a long time ago, back when we were building our first strategies, and it was good fun. So I thought it'd be really good to bring it back. If the best settings, the winner of I think that Vlad's going to go through this. I'll just go through very, very quickly. Anybody that is selected for the one will win a prize. As you can see on my screen, the prizes are on the screen, and you will. That just means that we can give back to the community as such. Vlad's got, I believe, a set of start rules or the ideas that was behind it. If he wants to go through them, or it's up to you. You want to go through what the idea is?
Hello.
Right,
Yes, I
there
can do that. Very good. Okay, guys. So the main idea is to stimulate people because I understand that sometimes maybe you don't want to share your work with somebody else because I don't know, you respect your work, your time invested, and such. So we came to the idea that we should do again the competitions. So basically, if you find any good settings of David X scripts, except the ABC ones, maybe ABC plus Smart Money Concept or ABC reversals, those regarding ABC will be a different kind of competition which will come in the future. Basically, you would have to send me those settings. Then I don't know. Maybe we should start a more set of rules which will be written within our Discord. Will come, I guess, until the weekend. Basically, I think we're going to start on Monday. You would have 1 week to submit to meet those settings, and then we would have 1 week to either filter those, the good ones from the bad ones, or maybe put them to the vote. A more detailed rules and the how to will be written within our Discord. If, however, your settings will be accepted to D1, you will win a prize, of course. And each month, or maybe once every 2 or 3 months, we will revisit them. And if they are again profitable or something like that, we'll also learn a smaller prize of being, I don't know, like the winner of beating the time over time. You know what I mean? More details will come shortly. Another announcement that I would like to make is that we have created a new category which is called Trading Strategy Setups, on which you can find setups by David, which David posts his ABC findings and maybe his trades, something like that. I have posted some of my, let's say, point of views regarding the actual trend and something like that. And also, since I know that here within our community there are a lot of good and very good and pretty much to amazing traders, you can have your own room on which you can post settings and such. And I know that here are amazing people like Oli, which is 100% dedicated with vector candles and such. And David is working with him to create like an amazing script, which an update is coming in the future, I suppose. And I would like to reward people like, let's say, Oli, which are 100% dedicated to our David Tech community, the rank of trading wizard. It sounds funny, but that's basically it. You know, knowing the market is basically being a wizard. And you can win again some small things, which is again out of our respect towards your dedication, like having a permanent David Tech VIP membership, the highest membership available, of course. And that's it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much, Fred. Yeah, so so the idea is we'll put all the rules into a room so that anybody that's sharing. I'll also go through the old settings that are posted on on the room, which is the winning strategy room, where there's lots of settings already been put in there. And if I find anything that could be added to the one, I'll message the person that owns the settings to ask them if they're happy for me to add them to the one. And the same goes for those people. If you're selected to be added to the one, we will draw you for the prize as well, obviously. So thank you very much, Vlad. Yes, and also, yeah, like Vlad said, there'll be a couple of trading wizards popping up. If you're interested in becoming a trading wizard and letting us know your setups and everything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or Vlad, and we'll add you in there. Of course, there's people like Scoop, who's doing a fantastic job as well, who will obviously, I hope, would like to become a trading wizard as well.
Awesome. And also, I would like to make a final announcement. I will run a poll on which I would like you, the DavidTech community, to vote. If you would like the next AMA to have a special guest here, which is organizing a trading tournament, of course, with fake money, I mean, not real money, of course. And I don't know, should we have him invited and talk about his project here or not? You should decide. Of course, I will run the poll maybe, I guess, tomorrow, and see how it goes.
Yeah. Something that we spoke about a long time ago was having some guests in and talking about things like books, and this one's a trading tournament. Anything that you guys would be interested in me trying to get other people in so that they can talk about algo trading in general, things like that. I will happily reach out to those people and try and get them in for a little chat with us, and maybe present. Some people are going to present obviously products. We had a couple of token metrics and things like that who wanted to come in. I can obviously try and get them to come back in. Get some other people that do YouTube trading, if you're interested in that. Like I said, there's a couple of book authors that I've reached out to and spoken to a couple of times. One of which was Robert Carter, I believe, if I remember rightly. Don't hold me to that because I can't remember, because I spoke to a couple of them. One of the, was interested in coming and talking to you guys. He's written a book about algo trading and trading in general. I'll try and get them to come in and talk to us a little bit as well, because it's always good information to have, I guess. And that's...
David.
Hi, Marco. How you going, mate?
Good evening. Did you also found someone already for optimizing what we discussed a few months ago? That will be great. If like the YouTube videos you see for Kevin Davey, what are important metrics, like sharp ratio, maybe a specialist that knows how to create the best algo strategies. Like you see some series on YouTube, and we spoke, if I'm right, in the past also about the person that wrote the book.
Yes, absolutely.
Robert.
I believe it's Robert Carter. Robert Carter, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah.
I believe it was. I've had contact with most of the people. Through the summer holidays, a lot of people have been away. It's been a lot harder to get hold of people, but I
can understand.
I will reignite or send a couple of messages to these guys to see if they want to come in now that everybody's starting to come back from their summer holidays and things like that. So I will start. Yeah, that kind of person, definitely. I'll ask Robert Carter again if you'd like to come in and chat.
Yeah, Kevin Davey maybe. I don't know if he is involved in crypto trading, but that will also be a very cool person, probably.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely. That would be great. I know that Scoop also said he has some good relationships with some other YouTubers as well. I asked him if he doesn't mind re-inviting them as well. So yeah,
If I
nice.
can help or contact persons for you, also no problem. I'm happy to help.
That would be fantastic, Marco. If you don't mind, I will. I've got your messenger. I'll send you a message to tell you who I've actually contacted, so that at least you know. But yeah, totally. If you don't mind.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you very
Great.
much, Marco.
Because there's also a company. I can't remember the name at this moment. They have also a very good series on YouTube about optimizing.
Ah, okay. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I search again. I will send you the WhatsApp.
Okay, cool. There's also a guy that I think it was Mr. At told me about. If I remember rightly, I believe his name's what's his name? And he does a lot on arbitrage and that kind of thing. There was
You may, is that the person that has the videos on YouTube for several different strategies with arbitrage?
Yeah, it is. There's several of them. There's two people on there that I constantly watch. One of them has a company, like you just said, that does systematic, automatic arbitrage in Python. And the other guy, I think the other guy is really the base of where all of these come from. He was the one that kind of come up with the code for the American Sniper, I believe, which is the machine learning algorithm that I've been talking about a couple of times. So I'll see if I can get both of them in as well.
Okay, great.
I can't promise, obviously, that all of them will come, but maybe one or two, thanks to the size of our community, would come and talk about their journey, and also about how they might have some things like the books and things like that they might want to obviously talk about as well at the same time. But at least
they want probably indeed a benefit for them.
Yeah, of course, which as long as we can get some information out of it at the same time, and anybody who wants to buy a book obviously can buy a book. But
yes, absolutely.
I had a quick question on the I just had a quick question regarding the optimizer database. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, the optimizer is going through a complete revamp of all of the names at the moment. It's taken a little bit of time because there's been a lot of changes on TradingView. I hope that it'll be finished for tonight so that I can send it to Google again so that it'll be back working again 100%.
So what about the database as far as like the aggregation of all of the results? Is that still going?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to remove it because it was a thing that was annoying TradingView more than anything else. So it was something that I didn't really want to do. I wanted to be able to continue to develop the actual Chrome extension, continue building the strategies. So it's something that I can't offer anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, thanks.
No problem.
David, is there also a possibility that we can bypass something so we can the data that is used with deep test?
Can we? It's something I can look into. I haven't looked into it. It's something I should have looked into, but I think we really might piss off TradingView if I start to automate.
We already do.
Yeah, I know. But I think that really could get really. I could have a look, but I'm not sure that it won't piss them off extreme levels if. Because that will be a lot of weight on their servers as such. So, I'll have a look. But
okay, will be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We'd like TradingView to stay up because I don't want it to all fall apart.
Hello, David.
Hello.
Oh, hey, David. Yeah, we messaged back and forth a few times in the general chat about the new strategy tester or the Ford tester.
Yes.
And so I'm still seeing basically all the closed prices as 0, which I think is why I'm getting those. Oftentimes I see NAN or infinity numbers for the P&Ls. I'm just curious if you have any ideas, because I know you said you're doing the updates today, or you're doing some updates. I'm not sure if that's going to involve any changes that are going to fix those. I see some recent trades that have occurred where I'm still seeing those zero values for the close price. Just curious if you have any ideas on why.
So I did an update this morning. Well, this morning would have been a couple of hours ago. I did an update to Trader.dev. If you go back into the control panel, you'll be able to see that there's a couple of new settings in there that you'll be able to add to your indicators. And that should, I believe, fix any problems that you may have had. So, sure.
Got it. So were there additional API value? I guess were there additional API values for the David Tech strategy option?
Yes. Yeah.
That are going to affect that.
Yeah, so there was different settings for indicators, different settings for strategies. So I've tried to do a short video on both so that you can understand the differences between the two and make it a little bit easier. So that you can set it up a bit easier. But you'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see that. I'm not sure that I've actually published the update. I've published the update for the actual settings, but I don't know if I've updated the blog post because there was 2 videos. Just bear me 2 seconds. I'll put it up here.
But if the API values have just changed for entry and exit, and then I'll just reconfigure them and give it another shot.
Okay, cool. And I'll have 2 videos up on the main page so that you can see just in case if you need any help.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Appreciate your help there, man.
No problem. Thanks for pointing it out. Thanks to everybody for pointing out any errors or new features. It helps me a lot. So thank you very much.
David, can you hear me, or is it really bad? I'm driving,
so I don't want to sounds like you're in a plane, mate. How you going?
I'll leave it then. I'll type it on mute because I'm in a car driving, so I'll just leave it until in a bit.
No problem. No problem. No problems. Whenever you like, you come in and chat whenever you like. Like I said earlier, I hope it will be one of the trade wizards as well. Where he'll be able to post his setups in a room and things like that. Thank you very much for all that you've done recently as well. So, yeah, and everybody, thank you to everybody. You've all been fantastic. That's pretty much all I've got as updates. So if anybody's got any other questions, I'll quite happily go through them. I'll just go through what I'll do is I'll unmute anybody to make sure that nobody's fairly muted.
Time we're in the building, if we leave out of the building, just make sure the doors are locked.
Okay.
Won't unmute that one. What I'll do is if anybody wants to be unmuted, go to the chat at the top. If you go over the where it says David Tech AMA at the top, there's an open chat button that will open the chat on the side. Just tell us if you want to be unmuted. Any ideas? Okay, I answered that one for Agent Smith. Mr. At maybe Crypto Wizards, that's the one of them. Crypto Wizards is one of them. Thank you very much, Mr. At. One of the guys that I'd like to try and get to come in here and talk about arbitrage and things like that. Mario Access. Did I get a chance to the premium discussed last week? I can't remember. I have to look back on to my notes afterwards. I'd suggest some kind of P&L proof at first before wizard. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Anybody who wants to be a trading wizard, obviously, would have to be somebody that's helped the community for a while and have a good track record, of course, because. Like the idea, sounds great. Cool, fantastic. Does anybody have any questions that I can answer?
Dave, I know you've been testing the lower time frames for the ABC reversal. Have you found success maybe on the 5 minute or 15? I think you had mentioned that your main play is on the 1 hour. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I have been trading on the 1 hour for a long time. I come down to the 15 minute now. I had quite a lot of success on the 15 minute over a 10-day period. I think it is about that. it was good. It was good. This week I've been, like I said, I've been through 3 losses. The losses in comparisons to the gains are still very hugely profitable. I mean, I've been through one on our 8, one, and this today. Over the past couple of days, there was one that was a break even. The other 2, I think that. Let me put up the chart. No, I can't. Yeah, I posted them all on page anyway. But this week's been a bit of a scenario of catching a knife, I guess, in the way on the 15-minute, as on the 1 hour it wouldn't have happened. But on the 1 hour, I wouldn't have had as many entries, obviously, on that 10-day period. So I will continue documenting the lower time frames over the next couple of weeks. And I will produce some kind of spreadsheet and everything, and I'll do things. But I personally have a lot more experience on the 1 hour than the actual 15-minute and the 5-minute. The 5-minute just isn't for me on the ABCs, to be honest. 5-minute I've kept away from. I did try it even on bots, and it didn't work out. I found that the 15-minute was the best on bots, and then manually 1 hour's been best.
Yeah, those 5 minutes are tricky because you can have some
Yeah.
good play. You can catch like 3 or 4 wins in a row and then just get chopped up the rest of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's tricky. Like I said, on the bot, it takes away the emotion and things like that. But no matter how long you've been trading the ABC, it still hurts to go through a period of obviously losses. So, and the 5 minutes, they come all in the same day. So,
David,
yes.
in the past, you did a test on the 5 minutes or shorter, and you had, if I'm right, about 17 or 20 wins in a row.
That was now how that was yes that was the 2 minute, wasn't it? I did a 2 minute and a 15-minute, so I used 2 time frames. I used the 2 minute and the 15-minute, if I remember rightly. Now I used the 15-minute to find the entry, and then the main setup, and then I used the 2 minute to go down to find a more precise entry. That was all before the actual the time we went through with the ABCs last month. So I got all a bit confused when I was adding all that confluence and things like that. Currently, I will look back at it, Marco. I will look back at that one. That was
because it was a great streak, and it was, if I'm right, only shorts probably.
I can't remember. I cannot remember, Marco. I cannot remember
Yeah,
at all.
you ignored the longs or the shorts. Probably it was looking to the trend only shorts, but
yeah, right. Yes,
not sure about that.
Yes, you are right. I remember. Yes, you are right. I was doing something with an EMA or something for. I need to go back. I'll have a look. I've obviously I write things down, and also got all the videos that I've gone through. So I'll go back and have a look. You're very true. Very true. Yes.
Yeah, and that was very good. That was great. So it will be great if we can improve that.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I have been looking back at some of these entries. Obviously, when you go through losers, I look through the entries, and I did go back down to the 2 minute time frames just to look at the fair value gaps and things like that. And it does bring a lot more information when you go back and look. So I will have a look. Go back and have a look, like you just said. Scoop said that he had 13 losses in a row and 26 wins.
Wow.
Well, 26 wins.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, that's good. Well
Okay,
done.
nice.
That's good. Still very good. Very good.
Yeah. That was on ABC.
That was on ABC. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yes, it's 26 wins. 13 losses in a row still must have been hard to stomach, I guess, unless you're doing it by bots and you're asleep. 26 wins in a row is nice as well, though.
I hope the wins were also good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's quiet.
Yeah. But was the 26 wins in a row wins almost the yeah.
Yes. Great, 26.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Oddie's strategy, which sort of has a more confirmed ABC, looks interesting as well. I really do hope that they crack this one so that we get not so much of, because I do believe that obviously the risk to reward on it is fantastic. So there is just weighing out. I just know that psychologically it's hard to trade the ABC. So I'd like to try and find something that resembles it, gives it the same sort of risk to reward. And just takes away some of those, just a small fragment of those losses in a row, so that everybody doesn't give up before all of the wins come in.
How is the pattern recognition for the W and M?
Yeah, I've been working on this here, which is the ABC, so it's not the same thing. Just bear me 2 seconds. ABCs here. So I've been working hard on my pattern recognition skills on TradingView. So as you can see, I can now actually get a full ABC automatically added with all of the marks on it. So I've taken the code from this and started working on that idea behind it, and started working on the pattern recognition of it. You can't see it, all you can see is lots of green lines currently on it, but I do believe that I won't have any problems recognizing it, and now that I actually understand what's behind it. So I hope and believe that I should be able to get the W's and the M's without any problems.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just literally pulled up outside the house. I've just drove 8 miles. While in this chat.
Oh man.
Yeah, them wins I had 13 in a row losses on your ABC indicator.
Yeah.
Obviously, I won't bother because they're obviously so small.
Yes.
And then straight after that, there was 26. Every single one of them won through the day in a row. Every mate who works for me, it was hard. And I said every like, I don't know, half an hour, one popped up that it won. And I'm like, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. He's like, show me how to do that, show me how to do that. And I said, oh, it's just this guy's built. I said, but I had 26 completely without one loss, all in a row, all day.
Yeah.
I was absolutely so good moon, yeah. You know what I mean? I was going round Red Road with, no, I've got another one. I was mentioning everything. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Best day I've had, didn't I?
Yeah, I've never been through 26 wins, but I do know the wins in a row can be absolutely fantastic, and it's just stomaching those 13 must have been extremely hard, and I know that most of us would have turned it off before. So
yeah, but the 26, I think I put them in the group. I put every single one of them in the group, and I think the minimum I got was 56%, but the average was about 80%, 86% or something. Every win.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It is. I still absolutely love the ABC strategy. I think it's fantastic. But I just need to try and get rid of some of those losses in a row, so that the problem is I believe that like when you lose interest in it, you end up hating it even more, because imagine seeing that you lost the 13 and then you come back and you've seen you would have had 26 in a row, but you've already turned it off. So I need to work on that so that it's a little bit more user friendly as such.
Hi, David.
Hi there. How you going, Steve?
Not bad, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much.
Good. I was just going to say I was using the ABC bot until kind of not the end, but quite late on. I was still using it.
Yes.
And this I had good TV strategy tester results.
Okay.
Even with different even with no confluences and things.
Yeah.
But it was on the 30-minute time frame.
Okay.
And I believe the thing that sort of derailed it was the fact that the trades were opening and closing in the same candle, and it wasn't reporting the loss correctly.
Okay. Now,
like I've said with the bigger extender.
Yeah, I've been working on that today, trying to find.
Oh yeah, have
you?
What
happened? The problem is that I found a couple of other people that have that found solutions. There's a couple of solutions like ignoring the wick on your first candle, which is a bit risky. So I've been through. I will continue trying to find a solution, and obviously I won't release. One of the solutions, obviously, was the minimum amount, because some of them were extremely small. The ones that you put onto that you sent me as a screenshot. So I put a minimum amount of take profit, minimum amount of stop loss, and things like that into the one for all of the trade setups that I'm going to put in. I hope that I'm going to go obviously through them one by one, knowing that they're looking for them before actually releasing it as a strategy again. But yes,
I don't think the stop loss won't matter, will it? If it's a quick jump down, obviously the lower the time frame, the less likely it's going to happen, because it'll get to another bar generally before the trade ends.
Yeah,
and it's only these crazy mad candles.
Yeah,
that make it happen, I suppose.
Yes.
I just don't remember. I just don't remember seeing it in any of the older strats.
Yeah,
but I wasn't looking for it, so maybe I didn't even notice it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't notice it either, to be honest, Steve. I know it's there now.
So changed or Pine has changed.
No, I don't think it would have been Pine. There has obviously been updates in the strategy, so I'll look for bugs before updating it tomorrow. I honestly, I really don't know why. Because, like you just said, it hasn't occurred, or I haven't seen it before, so I'm not sure why it would happen to the bigger extender. But I will find a solution. I will continue looking for a way to fix it. These small problems in crypto, you always. Edward, did you ask a question? No, maybe not. Yes.
David, the vector strat that Ollie's doing.
Yes.
A lot of what he's doing in his thread, I think obviously some people are understanding it, but I think a lot of people are not understanding it.
Yes.
He's obviously a master at this vector strat.
Yes.
From what he does. Is there any way, rather than trying to make a fully fledged vector strategy to automate, which I suppose you can do as well, is there any way to just develop some indicators just to help people, just to give some shortcuts with what he's doing?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. The one that I'm
not necessarily a strategy.
Yeah, I totally agree, because I mean, it's taken me from the day that I released the first vector candle strategy to today, really, well, the past couple of days, to actually really understand it myself. Even like you said, he's a vector candle master. And I found it quite hard to understand myself. The one that I've decided to code.
Well, that makes me feel better.
I honestly have spent hours and hours trying to understand it. I said to Ollie today, I said, I'm going to need some sort of some strict rules so I can code it as such. One that I'm going to do today is for the next update is looking for clusters of red candles. So that makes our first W. Let me remove. Oh no, I can't remove it because I'm coding it. Makes the first leg of the W, because he's all about W's and M's.
Yeah.
I'll go through the W.
Sure.
The W first, because
that's about as much as what I got. W's and M's.
So it's kind of like the ABC pattern in a way. I hope that Ollie's not going to kill me because I've completely mucked this up, but I'll go through what I've understood anyway. 3 sort of clusters of a candle, 3 red candles clustered in the same sort of area is the start of a down movement where we'll be the first leg of our W. Then our middle part of our W will be as we come across the is it the 50 EMA. This is all about the 50 EMA, this trading strategy. So that makes us our point here, which is just a point. It's really not in here. It's just the point of the W. There's no real no real weight to that point. But then we come back down. As you can see, I've marked the candles as orange and purple as we come back down and break that 50 EMA. And as we come back down, we're almost making an ABC pattern here. Let me pull up the ABC. We're going like this, coming back down above the 50 EMA, coming back down, and our entry point is that blue line, which is the very lowest point so it'll be the lowest point between here and between here and here, because obviously we've had time to calculate it. So we can move this around, and our lowest point would have probably been this one here. So our entry would have been there as just like the ABC. As we come down and we break that blue line and come back up, our entry is just there, creating this W pattern. And the part that's different to the ABC is these clusters of candles where we're clustering, and cluster of candles, which is manipulation in the market, pushing us down just to liquidate everybody and then reverse back up. I've been through, like I said, quite a few. This is a messy chart I've got here. But as you can see, they tend to work out. I mean, this one here was here. There's a cluster of candles here. Pushes back up, makes this W. And as you can see, we have an entry, and it's a very good entry for over there. This one. This one would have made the cluster, but we wouldn't have got the entry, I believe. Maybe. I'll see. Yes, well, that was Spanish. Yeah, I think this would have been an entry as well. Purple candle. I can't see the 3 candles, so maybe that one wouldn't have been an entry. I can't see. The candle would have been yellow, so you can see the yellows here. The yellow candle. There's the 3 candles. We come back up. We don't. I don't think we would have got an entry there. As I said, Ollie has several different kinds of entries. Sometimes he comes here and he bounces off here, so he uses a order block instead. But I'm going to do them one by one, because otherwise it'll just confuse the situation.
Absolutely.
And I believe that, I think the idea is best, like you said, to release an indicator that will just draw these W's on there and tell you should have got in here, or you should get here's where you should have got in, or where you get in, and make the ABC as such. And that's what I've understood so far. But I
did ask him, and he does say it's something that works in all markets. I don't want to misquote him, but that's why I thought, well, that's pretty good if it works in all markets, because obviously, in theory, it should, unless the big boys cotton onto it, it should carry on working.
Yeah, there's huge Discord groups that are dedicated just to this strategy. I'll put them in the general chat. There's a couple of them out there who are dedicated just to vector candles. I'm part of their groups as well, and I find it as hard to understand as I do. The story behind it is that when it's red, I believe, like I said, when it's red, it's actually the market makers pushing us down in the other direction to liquidate everybody before pushing us back up. So kind of you're looking for reds to look for where you're going to take your longs, and when you're in greens, they're obviously closing their longs and looking to place shorts. So you should start looking for your shorts in the areas where these big clusters of greens come in. But it's a bit counterintuitive, I believe. So it's quite hard to understand as such. But with a bit of code, hopefully I'll be able to come up with some kind of indicators that'll help us to see where the entries will be. Obviously, it'll not get all of them, but it might be able to get some of them.
Well, he did say there was once you've got it set up, there's an opportunity to check every hour.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I didn't really understand what he meant by that.
No, neither.
Maybe something to do with zones or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, him and I wish I remember people's names. Just bear me a couple of seconds. I'll have a look on.
Yo. I think Yo was.
Yeah. It was a YouTuber that did lots and lots of YouTube videos about this. Can't remember his name. I will remember, and I'll post it in. Let me have a look, see if I can find it on my YouTube lists. He trades only this, and he trades it on all. Let me have a look.
We were speaking about him last week.
Yeah, can you remember his name, Scoop? No.
Nope.
No. What was his name? Yeah. Let me try and put it up over here. I cannot.
Does he wear an orange tracksuit?
No.
Trader's Reality, yeah?
Trader's Reality. That's it. Thank you very much. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry. Thank you very much. I'm not sure who said that, but yes, thank you very much. Yeah, Trader's Reality is the guy that talks a lot about Victor candles, and he does it on all time frames, lots of forex pairs, lots of crypto pairs. He does it on lots of and does daily updates about the Victor candles. So, and he has a big following on Discord. So, yeah.
David.
Yes, Scoob, I can hear you. You're not in your car.
Yeah, no, I've pulled up now. I've pulled up. I sent you a strategy last night. If you want to have a look at that, and that'll be my entry to the one, if it's any good.
Fantastic. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's a 1 minute time frame strategy.
Fantastic. That's even better. The 1 minute is it. The only problem with 1 minute is trying to get those entries, but yeah, definitely give it a go. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, it's well. To be fair, there's a lot of strategies that look good, but when you try and code them, it's that you have a different outcome. You know what I mean?
Totally, without
not completely different, but bear in mind the what I've sent you, that's without taking fees and that off. But there's still potential, decent, very good profit, I would say, in the amount of time frame that you can get the profit.
Cool. I will code it and add it to the one. I'll obviously send it to you, but first, so you can check through it, and then we'll add it to the one if you're happy with the results.
No, yeah, that's the only thing I've sent to you because it feel like me. Yeah, do this, do that, and it turned out to be absolute shambles.
No, yeah, there's tons, unfortunately. There is a difference between algo trading and being able to trade manually. I think we've proven that with the ABC strategy. Yeah, there's it might make slightly different results than what we expect, but we'll work on it and see what we can get. I will have a look at it as soon as I finish on the call, Soup, and I will. Sorry, I didn't reply to you, mate. I didn't see that you sent me a message.
That's all right.
There's also it's today, isn't it? It's the 18th today. Just bear me 2 seconds before everybody leaves. Just let's pull this up over here. Where is it? We have the three winners of Oddy Boy, Scoop, and Yeel are the winners of the monthly content competition, which is on the leaderboard as such. Congratulations to everybody, to you guys. This is this here, if you can see my screen. Obviously, so I will reset this evening. Great, congratulations to you. Thank you very much for all of the effort that you put into, obviously, to the community, you guys. So yeah, well done. Congratulations to you three. 1, 2, 3. So I will obviously announce.
Congratulations, David.
Yeah, I won. I'm going to go out for a meal now. Thank you.
All right.
Yep. So, unless anybody else has got any questions, I will leave you all to your evening. Let me just make sure there's nothing in the chat. Nope, nothing. No more new chats. So, unless anybody's got any questions, I'll leave you to your evening, and I will update the one tomorrow. There'll be a couple of other updates as well. If I manage to finish the Chrome extension this evening, I will update that as well and send that to Google as quick as possible so that you can continue optimizing and everything else.
Which, sorry, David, which extra strat is going into the one?
The one from tomorrow. It's
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Why?
I'm only joking.
It works with the T3, which is a moving average alternative. There's T3. There's quite a few indicators in there. There's the volume flow. Everything's in the video tomorrow, and that will be the one.
Okay, I'll wait until tomorrow. It's okay. I can hold off. It's all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Thanks to everybody. It's nice to see so many people after the holidays. I hope everybody had a wonderful holidays. It's nice to see and get back to normal. I'll be back here on Tuesday and Thursday, and then after September I'll do some more in the afternoons like we did before. Thanks to everybody. Have a great evening. And
peace.
Cheers.
Yeah, peace.
Cheers.
Bye. Take care, everybody. Bye now.
Bye.
Thank you.